on? Did you get this guy from Lake Hickory Haunts? Is he the new Sasquatch? I'm a little scared. I know, they're both scary.
This is not a shtick. He's not doing a shtick.
Austin Littlejohn is like a valiant knight. He has a monster to slay in front of him, even though they're both the same size.
Sean just went over and told him, hey, look, man, I'm just trying to do my job. Please.
Sean said, hey, man, you're tougher than me. You ain't got to prove it in here.
What you got over there?
Some Warheads taffy. A delicious treat, really. Nothing keeps your mouth like...
Sean just asked him, are you ready?
And he just beat his... He's like, hey, man, you got to answer in English.
Yeah. You got to answer in human? In Earthling? Snapping the jab out is Littlejohn.
Look at that facial expression.
Yeah, leaping into a left hook. He's using a bit of a skull and crossbones guard, but his elbow's not very high with it.
Yeah, it's really heavy emphasis on the skull and crossbones.
Yeah, it's like a 52 blocks thing, the skull and crossbones, but now the elbow's coming up. The elbow up there is a great way to neutralize a right hand.
Harrison is stalking him down.
Yeah, Harrison, he's ready. He
almost hit him with a key blast there.
Yeah. No, that skull and crossbones block is very versatile and it's very safe, and it lets you keep your eyes on your opponent, and it can even bait them to throw punches at it. It's a strange thing the way it works. You can put that guard in place, and people who aren't familiar with it will throw punches.
Dude, I'm telling you, I'm waiting for the Sensei Seth. I see Mike collab for the 52 block video. I ask Seth every time I see him, where's the 52 blocks?
It's not unique to 52 blocks. It's a legitimate guard. It's one we teach.
Mike, there's 52 of them. There has to be one that's useful for another martial arts or comes from another martial art.
Yeah, no, it's a great block.
They're trying to find, it's mixed martial blocks.
When you use this guard, your opponent, if they're not familiar with it, will throw punches at it, which is it's a very strange thing. You can invite the punches, which lets you do that.
He's quite skilled with that.
Left hook rocks Littlejohn. He runs to the hills.
Littlejohn's doing a much better job keeping his composure than I am. He's commentating this.
Yoel Ramiro uses this guard a lot.
Yep. Oh yeah. He is probably, in my opinion, the best at it too. He lulls guys into a sense of security with that guard, and it looks like that's Harrison's approach too.
Well, it's a riot shield. He can look at you while you're doing it and decide when he wants to let that thing go. Yeah, and he looks like he's carved out of granite, so even if something slides through and glances a little bit, it's not going to hurt. Oh my God, leaping left hook.
He's starting to get a little frustrated though. He's starting to act on bigger and bigger strikes. And that's what Littlejohn needs to do. He needs to lure him out.
I disagree here. I believe that he is doing that on purpose because he realizes that Littlejohn's got nothing for those strikes.
He definitely does not.
He's developing confidence in those strikes from behind that skull and crossbones guard, which Littlejohn has not. There we go, to the body is a smart move from Austin Littlejohn.
Yeah, he's got to get those hands lower. And he can kick to the body. He's a long guy.
The problem is, if Littlejohn closes the distance to hit that body shot, he's in danger of those vicious big hooks. That's a great combo ending in a low kick.
Throwing volume.
Where's some teeps or some side kicks or something linear down the middle?
Yeah.
Some low kicks would be helpful, but Littlejohn knows that anytime he moves anything, that Harrison could come forward and land that big left hook.
This is like Oberyn Martell against the mountain.
And that mean, ugly low kick that Harrison is using.
Yeah.
Like a disdainful.
Like a battle axe swinging through the air. Yeah. No, with zero regard for his limbs or yours.
No, he's just kick. It's a mean kick.
But Littlejohn is doing a great job behind the jab, in my opinion. That's his best strike, and he's used it to set up other things, but he's got to, like you said, invest lower more often.
I think all he's done is give Harrison more information.
True.
That's all I think those jabs are doing. I think Harrison is nonplussed. I think that made Harrison feel confident he could walk forward and kick the leg. He's going to get Littlejohn to mess up, and he's going to crack him with one of those big left hooks.
So far, it's been a kickboxing match also. I'd be interested to see what happens if either guy tries to introduce the grappling. I have to assume, coming from the Go-Course system.
Austin Littlejohn should initiate some grappling.
I guess I'm going to announce it into the headset, but I'll talk to Falgoo about this. Big John.
Littlejohn trying to move. He's looking down. He's looking at the legs, looking at the body.
Slow kicks there. Harrison has a little bit more urgency to get him against the fence.
I think Harrison feels confident that he's downloaded enough information. He's about to crack him with that left hook.
Yeah, now's the time.
He's going to do it again.
Big shot there. Harrison lands. It was waiting for him there. He's swarming now. Austin Littlejohn trying to survive. Oh! He rockets him right to the cup. Everybody gets one, baby. I mean, guys, come on. He was getting swarmed. He was getting punched. He was just doing whatever he could. He was throwing whatever he could.
I think he shouldn't take this break. I think he shouldn't allow him. Is Harrison not wearing a mouth guard? Oh, there he goes.
He took it out to say something and hit the Zulu taunt.
So Harrison is from Earth, apparently.
He bounced that thing right off his dome and created a huge splatter of blood across the shoulder. I don't know where that came from, but I can see it plain as day. Harrison's a devastating striker, and he's like you said, he's looking for that one, and he got it right there. Can he get one more?
He's going to switch. He should switch to a different strike, and maybe we'll go back to the low kick until he can get his rhythm and his download going again.
Yeah, Littlejohn's just going to try to keep him at bay now after that big moment.
They don't want he wants no part of that. There it is.
Oh,
short
he
right
sat
hand.
Him there.
Slid that right hand in.
Littlejohn trying to get his feet back under him. He escapes out the back door.
And Harrison showing no interest when he has him cornered and going to the body.
And also just not at all, like you said, stressed, flex, plus, exhausted, tired.
You can fight from
energy.
You can fight from behind. Oh, Harrison's bleeding.
Yeah.
Harrison's bleeding from above his eye. Harrison's bleeding from above his right eye.
Littlejohn says, you can have that one. I took one on you.
Harrison is reacting to the kicks now.
Yeah,
something that Littlejohn did. Yeah, he's reacting to the kicks, and then he just gets rocked with a left and a right. And Austin Littlejohn is back in this fight.
And, that's the problem with the low-volume strategy is you have to be able to land more than one if you can't finish the guy, and he came so close to finishing him.
He's got Harrison worried about him now. Something in the kicks has bothered Harrison because now Harrison, who was not reacting at all to Austin Littlejohn's kicks, cracks him with a right. Austin Littlejohn got a chin on him, buddy.
Yeah, he does. He's taken some big ones, but they've all been pretty much off the top of the head, which has been nice for him. He's been able to reflect a lot of damage with the forehead. If he gets hit in the temple or behind the ear or on the jaw, I think he's going to get spun. Sean Wood's got to get out of there, buddy. He's out. You don't want to get hit by either of these guys. Austin Littlejohn has a great hook to the body here.
There.
Yes, yep. But every time he gets it, it's coming back with a strike. He's got to start anticipating.
God.
And that one was to the jaw. Harrison is
How is Austin Littlejohn still standing?
I mean, he's matadoring him. He's taking some big damage. He's taking some big shots.
Those are on the chin. Multiple consecutive shots on the chin. He'll go back to the low kick. Mike Harrison.
Oh, Harrison steps in with the big knee, and it gets the low kick reaction.
So Harrison has only really showed two major weapons.
And one of them's gone away. One of them's gone. He does not like that. He does not like getting hit.
And Littlejohn does a good job addressing that low kick finally.
Okay, much better round for little LJ.
So Harrison has shown exactly two weapons. Well, I would say three if we call his guard a weapon. He's weaponized it. He has a big leaping left hook that begins a sequence, a flurry of punches.
Yep.
And he has a mean low kick. Austin Littlejohn has sort of figured out this puzzle. He's sort of figured it out as Harrison's starting to slow down and respect Littlejohn's strike a little more.
They're searching desperately for something in the bucket.
One of these men, they're going to try to do something about this cut.
They're going to try to address this.
Sean's
it's
gonna
getting
watch.
in his eyes. He was like, it's getting in my eyes. I imagine that was probably what was bothering him in the last.
Yeah.
He was able to land the left a lot. The right kind of went away.
How
heartbreaking
would it be?
They've got the doctor on standby. It looks like they're going to send him in.
How heartbreaking it would be for the blood to become a factor.
Oh,
One of these men.
Sean is calling the ref in here.
One of these men needs to bring a different tool to this round.
Okay, Doc says he's good.
One of these men has to do something different if they want to win this fight.
Doc said he's good, but he can't let it get open anymore. If it opens anymore, they're going to call this one because right now it's in a good spot. It is getting into the eye, but they did a good job with the Vaseline in the corner by Kevin Ferrant. Littlejohn and Harrison in a great
big teep from the Littlejohn.
That's what he needs. He needs more of that.
He needs a new weapon.
You got 7 foot long legs. Use them.
Austin Littlejohn is back in this. He introduced a new weapon.
He certainly has the respect now.
The teep kick is one of the weapons that you can use to deal with the skull and crossbones guard.
And it just doesn't
It
doesn't look great when you're just swinging it air for 90% of the round.
Harrison is flat-footed standing in front of him. Harrison is not moving side to side to take anything off of that teep or to discourage Littlejohn from throwing it. And Austin Littlejohn is managing to defend these leaping left hooks. Austin Littlejohn with another teep, eats a right body kick.
He's giving him so much space to wind up and run at him, though.
Harrison's getting a little frustrated.
I think he should really try backing him up. I think he should really try getting behind the jab and walking behind it a little bit.
There's that disdainful low kick. And Harrison's following instead of cutting the ring.
Yeah, he's definitely chasing the back of him instead of the side of him.
Disdain in every kick.
Yeah, and it's just the body language.
Yeah.
It's not something the judges want to see like this. It's just not how they like to score a fight, even if you're doing a lot of
Littlejohn's still fresh, still good.
And he's peppering, he's matadoring very well. He's done a great job.
Oh, God, clubbing right hand, clubbing left and a right. Oh, a left. Oh, my God, just brawling with him.
And no grappling.
No.
Neither guy really introduced the grappling, which is crazy to me.
Oh, left hook.
Like I think it's very.
Oh, right body shot.
Oh, and a big knee for LJ.
Oh, he swung so hard he spun himself around.
From Japan, he swings usually.
So Littlejohn has introduced a new weapon in the teep. Does Harrison have yet another tool in the box now that Austin Littlejohn is taking control of this fight?
I can't believe there's a minute 10 left in this.
I just looked at the clock and was blown away.
Oh,
there's that left
two
hook.
big shots, 3 big shots, 4 big shots from Harrison, but he's getting kneed for his troubles. They're both exchanging so much damage. I can't believe Littlejohn's not reacting to some of these shots. They're landing so hard and heavy.
And Harrison is diving these punches in and downward to get through the guard of Littlejohn. He catches him again with the inside of the head.
He's got great accuracy for a guy who kind of just swings. Like with his head down, not looking, he can find the head very easily.
So it's informed because he has plenty of information.
Data. He has plenty of knowledge.
Because he can watch from behind that and he sees the openings and he sees the timing from behind that guard. And if he could feint and send Littlejohn. I know.
God, if this guy could feint,
I reached too. I know. I asked for too much. I understand. A feint to send Littlejohn one way or the other and then cut him off and run him into a punch instead of following with a punch. Right here. See how he's cutting him off? There we go. That's kind of more like what he needs to do. And now he addresses the teep and shows some head movement. What a fight.
A great fight between two very scary men.
A clash of styles. A rare occurrence of a well-done skull and crossbones guard in the wild. An excellent fight, an excellent display of adjustments and tenacity by both men. Just a tremendous MMA striking battle.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
Man, that guy's a big 85er, bro. That guy's a monster. Littlejohn's legs, I mean, if he got behind that.
That's a long-legged bow.
I always say this, I feel like I just repeat it ad nauseum. If you had a bingo card for me, teep would be on there, but I feel like every MMA fighter, especially, like it's important for kickboxing, obviously, but MMA fighters should get behind the teep. They should get behind the front kick. They should know how to do the difference. They should know the differences between when to front kick, when to teep, et cetera, et cetera. I think it's so good. Linear strikes in MMA are incredibly good for keeping people away from you in the grappling.
Yeah, the problem is the traditional Muay Thai teep is not quite versatile enough with the varying weapons and levels, and the ranges are different. You need a front snap kick as well. In our MMA program, the front snap kick and the teep are a spectrum.
Yeah.
With a range of kicks in between.
I agree. I think that's how Trevor does it as well.
And that's how it should be done in MMA in particular, but you can still use it in striking-only battles. The problem is most guys don't have the traditional martial arts background, no experience with karate or taekwondo or anything comparable, so they don't have as versatile a linear kick.
Center of the cage, as we have the judge's decision is in. With your winner, unanimous decision out of the blue corner, David Harrison.
But only by a bit.
Yeah, definitely. definitely a very small margin of victory.
So it's funny to me that the crowd is booing, but Austin Littlejohn.
Nobody wants to see a guy who behaves like that win unless he knocks you out. If you come out with the scary stuff and acting all mean and you knock the guy out, everybody loves you like Maurice Morris. But if you come out and then run at him and swing at air for most of the fight and act all mean, people don't respond well to that. That's not really relatable to most normal human beings like you and me. Believe it or not, human beings, normal people, regular everyday Joes, have an easier time relating to that guy, even though he's like also a freakishly crazy looking guy.
Basically a god.
But it's because he had a more normal guy type demeanor.
Yeah.